Alright, here's part 4 of the Vitoria 1813 campaign for General d'Armée by Christopher and David Brown. This is the bridges over the Zadorra, at least how I'd set it up on my battlefield. Of course, I only had 2 big bridges, but I did have the pontoon bridge I had for a previous battle, so that got put into action here. You can make up any kind of plausible story. It was blown up or hasn't been rebuilt yet, or it's just a rickety bridges. Here are the 3 built-up areas. This is Durana. Of course, that's the Zadorra River. This is Gamara Mayor. And finally over here is Apucheco, excuse me. Just threw some trees in for just a little bit of pop on the terrain. A couple fields in over here and 2 over there. The big hill that was on the battlefield over there. And that's about it. Put some troops out here in a moment, and go over that a little bit. And there won't be all the troops because there will be some in reserve. But looking forward to a fantastic game of General d'Armée. These are the high walls from Sarissa Precision I bought and put together real quick. They go together pretty easy. The gates did not go together easy. They were a bit of a pain in the neck. They didn't snap together as good as the poles, the little parts in between each fence pole. I'm debating about gluing some of those on to certain pieces, but I think you'll lose some flexibility there. But they just, to stand up better, they probably would if they were stuck on the ends of some of them. So I'll continue to think about that. And that is it. Alright, we'll get some troops out here. Start off with the French and then get the British down. Alright, one sec. Alright, the French have deployed. We'll get a look and then we'll go over the units. They've occupied all 3 built up areas, holding all 3 bridges. I have tweaked the order of battle, as I said in the other video, just to get a few more troops on the table. So I apologize to all you purists and to David and Christopher Brown. General Gauthier is over here in Durana. He's got the 1st Battalion and the 2nd Battalion of the 118th. These guys are reservists, those guys are line. And then to his left he's got 2nd Battalion, sorry about that. He's got the 1st Battalion 118th, 2nd Battalion 118th, they're both line. And these guys are reservists, they're 2nd Battalion 119th and the 1st Battalion of the same. Sorry, I got distracted. My cat didn't want to be down here anymore. Also, he has a artillery battery of 6-pounders up on the hill, doing an inflating fire across the bridge, which would be beautiful. There's General Rail. He's up here. I have to give him his case on still. Occupying Gamara Mayor is General Maynet. He's got some 6-pounders here, shooting right down the bridge. No fun. Has his skirmishers up front. He has 5 bases of skirmishers. He has 2 Léger battalions. The 1st and 2nd of the 4th are classed as Grenadier. And then he has the 1st and 2nd of the 65th, both classed as line. The 1st Battalion is occupying the city, or the village, or the building, whatever you want to call it. And then at the far end at Apucheco is General Lamartiniere. I'm probably going to pronounce that multiple different ways throughout the game, so I apologize. He has a large battalion. These guys they have 10 bases of 100 and 1st Battalion of 118th. They're reservists. I think this whole brigade is reservists. But he's got a large battalion occupying the actual built-up area. The 2nd Battalion is right behind them. They're also reservists. And he's got 3 battalions lined up of the 122nd, all reservists, and then 4 skirmish bases out front. General Rail will have 5 ADCs, and he'll get 6 when General Boyer gets here. And then General Graham, who'll come on in a minute, he'll have 5 ADCs and pick up a 6th when Ansem and his cavalry brigade arrive. Okie dokie. So that's the French deployment. Hopefully it's decent. We'll see if it holds up, and we'll go ahead and lay out the British forces here in a minute. Quick overview now that the British and Germans have been placed on the battlefield. We've got a decent sized force. We'll go over the individuals here, individual battalions and commanders. And General Graham's located in the center. Alright, give us a second here. Love the low angle shots of the battlefield. Just when you see the deployment of all the troops. Little woods there, sorry. And the French looking off to their left. Should be good stuff. Alright, let's keep on going. Drooling a little bit. Here's a shot looking down the British lines. You can start to see that. You can see the topography of the battlefield too. They go for a while, all the way down to the other end. And then the French. Cool. All right, let's keep on going. On the British far right is General Halkett leading 3rd Brigade. He's got the 69th, the 3rd, and 2 KGL light battalions, so they can go into skirmish order if needed. That means they also picked up the extra skirmish base, so they have 5. Give me a minute to get by the power tower here. Next to them, moving to the British left, is General Robinson. He's got the 27th, the 88th, the 1st Royal Scots, and the 44th with 4 bases. Those are all, they're all line quality. A couple of them were veteran over there. A little better off. Good stuff though. General Graham's here in the center, looking all posh with his hat on. Got his case on next to him. Going to his left is 1st Brigade with General Hay. He's got the 2nd, the 28th, the 59th, and the 45th. The 2nd and the 28th are both veteran units. They have 4 skirmish bases. They're just, see, the British are kind of can go either way in the center here. And then at the far end of the British line, we've got the Crazy Boys under the command of General Stedman. He's a bold brigade commander leading the 4th Brigade. He's got the 1st and 2nd sections of the 60th Royal American forming their light infantry, so they can go into skirmish order. They've got 5 bases of skirmishers, and they have the 92nd, the 79th, and the 42nd, plus an artillery battery going off against the French. So it's good stuff all across the boards here. This should be a good fight. I got to read up on my bridge rules a little bit. I think I got them wrong last time I had a bridge, and we'll make sure we get it right this time. I'm pretty sure it just, well, I'm not even going to take a guess. I'm going to read it and just figure it out and do it right, which is be a change. Overall, the French have 10,700 men. These are using Scott's calculators. 960 cavalry and 16 guns. The French have 2 cavalry regiments off table, plus an infantry brigade. And the British and the Germans have 12,300 men, better quality troops, 960 cavalry and 16 guns. British have their 2 cavalry regiments off table, plus 1 artillery battery, which is, I'm considering about making horse artillery. I'm not sure. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And they have 4 Hanoverian reserve battalions off board too. So they'll come in later on when that's supposed to be when it's supposed to happen. I think it's around like turn 3, but you can also use reserve taskings early on to bring them on if you want to. All right, there's the table. There's the troops. Should be good stuff. Looking pumped. We got 3 built-up areas, 3 bridges, and not a ton of guns. 2 batteries for the French, and starting off 1 for the British and Germans, but they'll get more on the table. Once again, the objective is to capture 2 of the 3 bridges before turn 18. I don't know if this, I guess, I don't know what the exact specifics of capturing a bridge might be. It might be taking the built-up area or having enemy troops pushed out a certain distance to avoid them contesting it. But we'll read more into that as we get into it. And otherwise, stand by for some General Desarmés action. I'm pumped. All right, guys. See you in a minute.